Temperance is the two urns, or the solar genius, an expression of involution. The Temperance card means moderation, proportion, and mastery of desire. Violet is the color of moderation, voluntary self-restraint, marriage of active and passive, symbolizing the invisible, hidden mystery of creation. The Temperance card in Tarot is the 14th major arcana, making it the number 14 card of the deck. In numerology, 14 is broken down in 1 and 4. 1 has a fire and air quality and is an open channel to the universe. The 4 represents stability and the foundation of life, which is arguably an earth and a water quality. Combined is 5, which is change that leads to power. Water, the source of all potentialities in existence, is the liquid counterpart to light, and it represents the unconscious, the feminine principle, the universal womb, the flux of the manifest. The autumn lily represents purity, peace, and resurrection. The azalea, also a rhododendron, represents transcendence. They are both regenerative and are indicative of immortality. In every known tradition, wings had to be earned at the cost of a long and perilous lesson. Angels' outstretched wings are a symbol of weightlessness of the soul and spirit. This card is a symbol of alchemy. It alludes to distillation, purification, and the development of matter. The alchemical symbol of fire is the upright equilateral triangle. Fire is for purification and transformation. It is life-giving, generative power of the sun, the unseen energy in existence, change or passage from one state to another. Fire and water are conflicting elements. The sun above, the water below. Between is the Sky Father and the Earth Mother. Water also gives access to the other world, wisdom and foreknowledge, knowing what you want and how to get it. The mix of wine and water are solar and lunar, fire and water, the two great powers of the universe. Also represent the blending of the divine and the human natures. Metempsychosis is represented by the recanting of the fluids between the urns, resembling the transmigration of souls or the life pouring out of one receptacle or body into another. The process that requires a careful balance to be maintained between the internal man and the external world. Merriam-Webster dictionary defines the Eightfold Path of Buddhism as the golden mean between self-indulgence and self-mortification. You see, it's a challenge to avoid extremes, to keep oneself balanced. The crown, which is prominent at the head of the path, is indicative of that which is at the top of the body. It sets the seal of transcendence upon the character wearing it. As a reward of virtue, crowns are promises of eternal life on the pattern of that of the gods. It is a solar symbol and represents an enlightened soul. The information gathered is no small feat. It requires an incredible amount of research and guidance from spirit. For instance, let's go through some of the data. The white garment denotes simplicity, the light, the sun, air, illumination, chastity, and purity, a triumph of spirit over flesh. It is the color variously associated with life and death. The alchemical symbol of fire is the equilateral triangle. Fire is purification and transformation. It is the life-giving, generative power of the sun, the unseen energy in existence, change or passage from one state to another. Purple is the color of temperance and is a transmutation from equal parts of red and blue. As such, some decks will display the angel in red and blue garb, such as in the Tarot de Marseille. In other decks, such as the Witch's Tarot, purple and violet are prominent colors of the lily. However, equally represented in the deck is the yellow or golden lily, which denotes solar power. It's reported that wine was a staple in ancient Roman daily consumption and was almost always consumed with large percentages of water. I'd like to thank you all for joining me on this middle path, the path of temperance, one of the cardinal virtues. Next in line is the Devil card. Peace.